Bro, come on. Let's not fuck with me here. Let's get some people in here. Let's relax. Let's just calm down. Kind of all over the place right now. Are we gonna get people in here or what? I found you. Remember me? What up? Hi, pow pow. What up? What up? There we go. That's people. No. What the, bro? You got like already got beef in the chat. How was your day, Jake? Uh, it was solid, but there was a couple L's. If you guys want me to talk about them, I can, but I also don't have to. I really don't. There was a couple highs, couple lows. I did a 3-hour phone detox, which went okay. You know. But there was definitely some L's. Definitely some L's, for sure. That I'm just gonna have to accept for the rest of my fucking life. That's why we're here, for you silly talk. Oh, thanks. Bye, I'll be back. Peace out, peace out. But this stream, I titled it pretty simple. I said, let's win, right? So, let's win. That's all I got to really say. Let's win. It's true. True. True, 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 true. Taking L's a lot, but let's win. Winning is not what I'm seeing on the fucking screen right now. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for a fact. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the cap is pointed directly under where I am pointing to. Literally, did you accomplish more on your list today? Oh, man, not as much as you would want or hope or think there should be. Like, no, not really. I'm gonna keep it real. No. 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 Not even close. Clear out dating apps. Like, I want to clear out all my fucking, like, messages. Didn't do that. Fucking lazy motherfucker. Update iPhone storage. Haven't done that yet. I've been procrastinating that for months. I need to go to a store and actually ask them how to update it because it's all fucked up. I'm not gonna say that one. Fill up my car with fluids. Didn't do that. Got too lazy and didn't do that. Get a candle. Didn't do that. I'm not gonna say that one either. Finished making spring schedule. I did that. I forced myself to do that, and it was very difficult, but I did force myself to do that. Make multiple shorts saved. I still got to do that. Organize ChatGPT benchmarks. Didn't do that. Post more on TikTok clips. I have that. I didn't do it yet, but I want to do it before, time runs out today. Make face transformation with specific, like, music. I want to also do that. It's, like, going to just be, like, with my face on the younger and then older, and then, like, a song that's good with it. Make a link tree for TikTok. I don't know if I want to do this because I don't even know if I, like, actually want this to be the vibe, but I might do it. It depends. 3-hour phone detox. I actually did that. Bag work for 10 minutes. I didn't do that, but I did work out, so I was kind of tired, but I need to do that tomorrow. Send more DMs. I have to do that. More, like, cold DMs to, like, potential clients, new followers, all that stuff. on Instagram. More hybrid training, so more like training like athletics while also lifting weights. Didn't do that. Or I wrote it down just as a reminder, but I didn't do it. I just lifted weights today and didn't do bag work. So technically, I didn't do that, to be honest. And then 1,600 on TikTok followers, didn't complete that. We're not even close. We're at like 1,530. So, not good. There you go. You're going to have to shave one day. No, I'm not going to shave ever. I'm just going to keep this mustache. Hi, back. Do you have school? Nope. Or I do. I do. That's cute. Oh, thanks. Was today like a lazy day because I was literally looking out for your lives? Oh, my bad. You know what? It's not even like today was a lazy day. I'm not going to give it that. It was more like I worked out early in the morning, so it gave me that extreme sense of satisfaction. And then, I found out today that I basically found out today that I failed a class and it was not a good. And I low key like this teacher, like professor, like I have nothing against her because it is what it is. But she just doesn't have the balls to just tell me, or she just couldn't be like, you need to figure this shit out, or you need. She was so robotic with what she said. She was, I don't even know how to describe it. Obviously, it's my fault. I failed the class. But I just wish this professor wasn't such a fucking robot. And they weren't like, oh yeah, so I calculated your grade and this is what it would be like. Not like, yeah, so unfortunately you failed the class, like talking like a normal human, being like, I calculated your grade and that's the grade. Like that's it. Like you can't even just say like normal human words. Have you ever did a home workout? Literally, I would follow along with you. It's dumb, honestly. No, I should do a home workout though. I should do 100 push-up stream. Bro, I think literally at the gym, I think I had some people, I don't know, maybe I'm speculating, but there was these two girls that were, you know, it seemed like they were watching me do push-ups because they were doing a completely different exercise. And then I do a couple push-ups and then the one girl like tried to do some push-ups and like couldn't even do one and was like, "Damn, that's low-key motivational." That's what she said. And I was like, she talked about the fact that I just did those push-ups? I don't know. And I was like, did she just do those push-ups because I did those push-ups? I don't know. But hopefully I did. And hopefully she gets better at them. Because, I mean, you can't do one. Like, what the fuck? Come on now. Like, seriously. Yeah. But, honestly, those are opportunities where I probably should have gave the Instagram out and been like, hey, like, I can show you how to fucking do these workouts the correct way. You don't even need a trip, you know? Name a car for an edit. Lamborghini. I'm giggling, literally peeking on you. So me, ew. Nah, people definitely be peeking on me. 1,000%. People stare, and it's because I'm a unique archetype. Okay, now, there's not many people that look like me, so that's one thing. And there's many different reasons to look at me. Okay, I look kind of familiar, so you could look at me and be like, "Oh, do I know that guy?" And then I could look somewhat like I said, unique archetype, so looking different just makes you stand out. And then, yeah, some people just find me attractive, so they're going to stare at me more. And all those things combined have a situation where people stare at me all the fucking time. I definitely don't feel like, what's the word? Invisible to the world. You know when people say, like, oh, I feel so invisible. I feel like no one knows. I really don't feel that. Obviously, there's specific times where I may feel that, but for the most part, I really don't feel too invisible. I feel pretty like present. I feel like my presence is pretty seen, felt to a certain extent. But yeah. It's funny, like, and I'm not a big talker, but I've been told this all the time. Um, like yeah, you're just kind of there. You're just kind of comfortable in your own space. Like you don't really know. Like you don't really Like, you're not trying to, like, perform, like, you're not trying to impress anyone. You're just kind of here and just doing your own thing. But, like, I'm still, like, noticeable. Like, you know what I mean? It's very interesting. Yeah, you look cute, but silly at the same time. I literally giggle. It's all dumb. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just a unique archetype. So obviously not everyone's gonna find me attractive. I mean, that's just the reality of the world. I think that's just, I mean, math is just not everyone's gonna have the same type, meaning everyone's not gonna find you attractive. But I do understand that even the people that don't find me attractive can recognize that other people can find me attractive. That's a fact. I know that for a fact. There's no way somebody's looking at me like, oh my gosh, how could anyone find that attractive? They'll be like, yeah, yeah, no, I see it. I just not for me. Yeah, I mean, I get that. You're not invisible, just a little intimidating. I've definitely been told that, uh, but that's, I mean, that's just, people say that just to kind of get in your frame a little bit, you know. Your looks isn't what keeps be here. It's the talks and your takes, literally. Yeah, 1000%. Well, I mean, think about it this way. If someone was only here for looks, why would they not, like, go watch some guy that just sits there and doesn't talk? Like, at the end of the day, I yap. You know what I mean? I talk, I say words. So, we're not gonna sit here and just me being like, oh, fucking Zoolander, just quiet. Or just, you know what I mean? Like, I say words. Words come out. Hi, what up? Sup? Do you remember me? What up? Yeah, I do. What is up? What's up? What's good? Welcome. Hi, I'm happy to see the peeps. Yeah, it's good to see everyone in here. It's good to have a chill stream with chill people in here, not like nothing too fucking whack. Honestly, I don't even mind like if things are a little bit like weird. I just mind if they get a little overdone and people start screaming like, some bullshit and then it gets spammed with the wrong thing. We vibing today. Hey Jake. Been a while. Yeah, it has. I know, right? No, yeah, we are literally vibing today. Let's not kill the vibes. Let's stay vibing. I said win today, or let's win. That's what I titled it. So I think that's why the vibes are actually up, but that's just a prediction. I made some interesting rules, to say the least, that I wrote down yesterday. Like, I thought I came to such a fucking epiphany. Where are the usual people? Evil, question mark? Evil usually comes in, like, morning streams or midday streams. I usually don't see evil at the nighttime streams. I'm gonna keep it real. Hopefully they'll be here soon, yeah. You know what's funny? I had one OG that was my first like OG that was an actual OG that came to all of my streams and would watch for a very, very, very long time. And they were normal, they were invested, and uh they never come to my streams anymore. And it's kinda it's kinda sad, you know? Yeah. Kinda boring without Fred. No, Freddie needed to go. Freddie needed to go. Freddie has a new account and he comes in the streams and he's fine, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that person because they like claim that like they're a young person, but the things that they say, it sounds like it's an adult. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? I'm like a young person wouldn't think that deeply about something. So either it's a really like smart kid that's kind of like just in this like weird like tism fucking thing. I don't know, or it's an adult pretending to be a kid. Either way though, I love Bones. I remember the times you had 40 viewers, bro. Bringing up past time. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's get back to it then. Like, I'm still out here trying. You know, it's so funny. People only want to see the hero fall. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get there. We'll get back to 40 views on average. We just gotta keep doing what we're doing without the drama. Yeah, I love Bones. You look so done with it. Oh, that is sad when OGs turn to ghost followers. Yeah, it is sad, bro. Did you not sleep or something? I slept. I slept for sure. Why? Do I seem tired? It's funny, dude. I do these streams and people just come in and they're like, "Bro, you need to sleep. You need to sleep, bro. You look tired. You need to sleep." I'm like, if I slept the amount of times every single person told me to sleep, I wouldn't get any work done. You know? We can support you if you wanna. Hell yeah, bro. Support me, bro. Like it up, comment up, subscribe up, share with your friends, follow my Instagram. Follow the TikTok. That's how you support me, bro. When I know when a real supporter comes in, when they come into my one of my streams, either fucking Instagram or YouTube, and they just go, follow, boom, Instagram, boom, subscribe to YouTube, boom, follow TikTok, like they just follow everything, comment everything. They're just like you can just tell when someone lands on my page and then instantly starts finding all my shit. Like I could just see it. And it's great. I love it, dude. I love when someone lands on my stuff and they like discover me. I'm like a very discoverable person now. I got enough content out there where you can really fucking you could you could play a literal game of like live content and being like what my topics are talking about and picking like a random video and a random time and being like hopefully he talks about this at this time. You could literally make it a fun game. It's fucking hilarious. Um you're very observant about Bones. I always thought he was older man too. I never got impression he was young. Um, Bros 22 Bones. What did I miss? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you're calling him Bones, but yeah, no, it did. It didn't make sense. Like it just it didn't make sense. So some of the things that they were saying, I was like, no, that's a little too. There's too much. There's too much. You need too much wisdom and too much like knowing how the world works to say something like that for me to think that. And I'm able to do that. I'm not gonna be the person to be like, no, everything everyone says is dumb, but like you just don't know. I also like yeah, I understand. I got some weirdos. Like I got some weirdos on me. 1000%. I remember this one guy that was so weird. I'll never forget him cuz he made 5 different accounts to try to get me to like, him to pay for like pictures or whatever. I was like, "Bro, it was really not a good time." Um so yeah. There's someone else here stalking. There's always people stalking, bro. Always. I've had so many creeps at this point. Yeah, actually, he was talking about some weird shit. Yeah, well, what the hell? Another viewer. I call him Bones because he made fun of my profile picture when I was Kitty, and this looked like a skeleton, so I call him Bones. It's dumb. I honestly wonder if this person that constantly ends their sentences with "it's dumb," I wonder if they do that in person. I wonder if in real life, when they talk with other people, every single time they say something, they end it with "it's dumb." Like, I just couldn't imagine that. Um, I'd almost have more respect because like you stick to your archetype and you're in congruence with your lingo and your vibe. What up? Hi. What do you mean? You missed a lot, Rachel. Finally, two more. I typed how I speak. It's really dumb. Literally, I don't know the context. LOL, bro. I'm giggling. Well, yeah, but you gotta deal with it. You're giggling? That's what I'm saying. This person always says it's dumb, and I'm giggling. And I'm just like, is this person really? You giggle a lot, apparently. I just, uh, yes, because Jake don't give a fuck. He calls bitches out. LOL. Um, I do. I'm not your normal streamer. I don't know what the normal streamer is like, but I'm not that. I just know that for a fact. Because people hop into my stream and I feel like everything's going normal. I feel like it's a completely normal stream. There's nothing new that we're doing. Everything's pretty routine. And they'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Or "What the fuck are we talking about?" I'm like, I guess I'm not a normal streamer. Because I thought we were doing some pretty normal shit, and then people are coming in the stream talking about what the fuck is this? Like, and I'm just like, I guess not. I guess we don't talk about normal shit here. I can't. Inner demon. I'm in public and I'm really trying not to laugh. Same. Literally, it's so dumb. I'm making the speed face. It's just the live comments. But yeah, one person said something yesterday. They're like, you got to be on something. There's no way a normal human being acts this way naturally. And I'm just like, am I doing something that crazy right now? I guess so, you know. Your streams are cute. Even when it gets heated, it still feels kind of cozy here. Bro, my streams haven't gotten heated in a little bit. I've been a little bit more I don't know, relaxed, I would say. Not really too concerned about. Also, I haven't had anyone coming in absolutely trying to flame me this stream either. Like that makes it a big difference. Like when someone comes in just trying to absolutely attack, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know? But I've noticed, like, I think I'm an asshole sometimes, but I have never personally attacked anyone on the internet unless they've attacked me first. That's the thing. But there's people that constantly attack me personally first. It's crazy. Is anybody else coming here because they have a lot of homework and everything feels interesting besides the stack of papers? Is it just me, or do they feel like Fluffy has a crush on him? Yeah, you've been kind of tamed. Who tamed the wolf? Bro, and the emojis that this person uses, like, why would they add a wolf at the end? Like, who does that? I know, I guess it makes somewhat, but like, who does that? Or is it just me? I have Fluffy Kitty is thirsty. You are an asshole, but like, you real about shit, so I'm hooked. Oh, hey, yeah. Um, am I an asshole? I've always wondered this. Like, am I the asshole? Am I the one that's, And the truth is, to some people, definitely, 1000%. What I'm starting to realize about this world is we have this idea that everyone has the same opinion about us. This is so not true. If you were to walk up to everyone that had an opinion about you and ask them their opinion, it would be all over the fucking place. Everyone has a very different perception of you. So you got to understand that. So when people, you know, say like, "Oh, you're an asshole," and then some people are like, "No, he's not." It's like you have to understand two different people, two different mindsets, two different ways of thinking. Some people think it's an asshole thing to say it's bad to be overweight. Some people think you're an asshole if you say that. Some people don't. So because of that, it really depends on the person you're dealing with. That's what I've noticed about opinions is it's a lot more diverse than you think. People think that everyone has the same opinion about them. That is simply not true. If you were to walk up to everyone and ask them their opinion about you, you're going to get different answers across the board. And that's what I kind of like about humans in life. It's very just spread out and diverse in that sense. I was just saying, bro. Um I'm giggling, chat exposing me. LOL, bro. Rachel, back off, girl. Let the poor girl breathe. Love Kitty, bro, are you even of age? Do I need to back off or something? Nah, you good. Guys, like, you make moves. What the fuck, bro? Just came and asked her age. What the fuck? Yes, of course. I had this count since I was 13. It's dumb. Bro, my cheeks hurt. Trying to not to laugh. Your cheeks hurt. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So I guess no one's got anything to say about what I was just saying. So I assume it wasn't that valuable. Nah, I'm just kidding. Ayo, oh my be, I was thinking of the other chick. No. Why hadn't you changed the name from Fluffy Kitty? Yeah, I don't know. Shit, I forgot the implication. Sorry, Jake, I'm listening. Bro, this is hilarious. I could not. I feel like one of those fucking um, like that history teacher that just can't get anyone to pay attention. He's like, guys, come on, and they like feel bad for the history teacher, so they're like, no, we're paying attention. We care about your facts, and he's like, it doesn't seem like it. When he puts his because they always have those big ass glasses, and he like, you know what I mean? They put their glasses up like this, like, oh my god, bro. Dude, I that is such a fucking I don't know why that picture's in my brain. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Bye, guys. Hope we meet soon. Okay, Jake, I have something to tell you. Are you one of those gym bros? Yes, I am one of those gym bros. But you know, that's not my whole dealio. That's not. I work out, but I'm not one to be a gym. Like that's not my only focus. I like getting really strong. That's kind of the vibe for me. Like just how do I get just really strong? That's like kind of my thing. My favorite teacher was history teacher. Literally, he was so cute. Love how he gave lectures. He told them like a story. I'm your math teacher. I haven't had a math teacher in a very long time, and I'm very thankful for that. Don't go, please. Hi, cool. Fluffy Kitty likes women. Mustache update. Well, now what? Well, now what? I don't know. I mean, cutie as in fascinating. Bro, there was, I love math. Oh, okay. It feels warmer. There was definitely some teachers that I remember personally that students would have a crush on, male and female. And I know exactly why this happened. I know exactly why this happened. Because school in general has, I hate to say it, but not the best looking teachers. This is just the reality of the situation. Most teachers, especially women teachers, are overweight, okay, and not great looking people. This is just the reality of the situation. It's very, very rare for a teacher to be good looking. That's why when they are good looking and they're presenting in front of the class, it gets way more recognized. I remember specifically in eighth grade, a male teacher that all the girls found very attractive, and a female teacher that all the dudes found very attractive. In fact, they were the same fucking teacher. One got replaced by the other. You know what? Now that I think back on this is fucking kind of crazy. Um, and I remember looking back and thinking the dude he wasn't like unattractive. He was like, but he wasn't like Mr. fucking supermodel, and the woman wasn't attractive at all. Now that I think back, I remember my mom even thinking like what do you mean all the what that doesn't make sense. But how she was like you have like a crush on your teacher. It was like I mean like she was and but it was just the idea that I don't know, it was just the idea that comparatively against all other teachers, it was like, no, this person's way better looking. So I don't know. I don't know. That was a weird tangent. So tough at math. I'm good at mental math. I love science, bro. I got a 1240 on my PSAT. Good stuff. I hate history. They all died. Facts. Not history's hell important. I like history, but I like my history. Okay, I like looking at YouTube history. I don't like the bullshit history that they teach in school because a lot of it's bullshit. Doesn't even make sense. Not even fucking true. I like looking into the actual truth about shit. You know, get over it. Not AP World, dude. A push. Your chain is cute. I know it's fucked, but like, oh my god, that you keep chain around your neck like a wolf. Okay, it's Rachel, bro. History helps humanity learn from its mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but a stapler doesn't. That don't hire attractive teachers because they don't trying to distract students. No, it's not that. They don't like specifically say that this teacher's qualified, but she's attractive, so we're not gonna hire her because we don't want our boys distracted. That has never happened once, I don't think. I just think attractive women in general don't go into teaching. I think they get too many opportunities that involve less work, so they're more inclined to do those. That's what I just genuinely think. I can't think of a time where there was a teacher that was like, wow, she is so, so, so good looking. Like, she should not be teaching. She should be modeling. Like, most of them, you know, think that. Someone tells them that, and then they end up not teaching, end up modeling or whatever they fucking do that's not involved in taking care of people or working. In 2024 elections speak themselves. Jake is silly for, nah, bro, having a crush on a teacher is a canon event. I'm talking government right now. It's canon. You like him or some, my braid's better than your shit. Okay, guys, I think he might like him. Who the hell is this? I think so too. It's a small crush, but he says mean things about women. That ew. I I really don't. I honestly don't. I don't say mean things about women. I say true things about women. And then people claim that they're mean, you know? But I can't think of anything that I've said that was mean about women. Like mean? Mean? Mean's a bad word. It's not a good describing word. Bros, my ninth grade teacher was bad as hell. Well, I was correct. Yeah. I don't remember any teachers in high school that were hot though. I do not remember any of them that were good looking. Seriously, not one. Not one was good looking. I'm trying to think. Literally. Oh, actually, you know what? My entrepreneurship teacher she wasn't bad looking. But it was another thing where people would like to act like she was so hot. I'm like, no, she's not. She's okay. She's okay. You know, we're just surrounded by like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I was correct. Kid, you seem nice. You have a crush on him. Our school has really jacked dude for biology who showed off his muscles for human anatomy. He was also super tough. That's fire. See, we didn't get him. Nah, he knew what he was doing. Oh well. Hey, bro, what's up? What? We got this 70-year-old lady, 78-year-old lady. Bro was trying to get the freshman huz who retired mid-year. Hey, bro, 78 years old just means they got experience. What the fuck? um, yeah. Other than that teacher, though, I couldn't remember any teachers that people were like, oh my gosh, she's so, you know. And then on the male side in high school, I don't remember any super attractive male teachers necessarily. I remember there were some muscular ones. Like there was this one male teacher that was extremely muscular. And I'll never forget what he fucking said because he like we were with a group of like boys, right? And it was freshman year, so I was like really tiny and small and skinny at this point. And he asked like one of the kids, like they was like, "Oh, like why didn't you play football this year?" Because he played football last year. And then he just, we were just all in a group. So then he asked the other kids, like, "What about you?" And then what about you? And then he looks at me and he doesn't want to make me feel not included. So he goes like, "What about you? Why aren't you playing football?" And then I'm just like, bro, are you like serious right now? I'm like fucking like that would not be a good situation, which it wouldn't have been. I was not like that would have been really bad. It was almost people said it was bad for me to play lacrosse at that time. I mean, I was very, very skinny and small. But he didn't want to make me feel bad. He was one of those like jack dudes that just like that. You know what I mean? I remember him though because I fucking did a camp before and he literally made us do like a fucking lap around the entire like campus like 3 times because some guy called some other guy a water boy. So he was like a big like bully like 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 anti-bully guy, like big muscular like anti-bully guy. So it was funny. But I'll never forget that. And he was just like, yeah, well, I don't care. Like, I don't care that you're fucking 5 foot and 100 pounds. Why aren't you playing football? you know? But it was funny because I liked football and I was good at football. I just wasn't big enough to play it. And I don't know if, like, did he remember me from the camp? I don't fucking know. I don't know. It was very interesting. Kind of off topic. But that's, like, the most jacked guy I remember in high school that was, like, a teacher, football coach guy. But he was also a football coach. You know what I mean? Hey, welcome to the stream. Nah, bro, wasn't like that. He was, like, 20 years older, bro. I had a bathroom break. I had an NFL teacher as a gym teacher my freshman year. NFL player. That's pretty fire. I'm back. Sup, what up? My band teacher in 7th grade and 8th grade was hella chill. He talked about basketball in the NBA. Shit was on the school team. Oh, that was fire, yeah. Well, sorry, gotta go. Bro, my 7th teacher is mean. I'm giggling. I saw the transformation vids. You were a dweeb. Oh my god, wow. You worked so hard to be who you are today. Literally, success shows. Wow. He goes, you were a dweeb. You know what's funny? That video was taken maybe a month after I graduated high school. So let's like picture this for a second. Like, my entire high school experience was that. And your perception was you were a dweeb. So just picture how my life has gone based off just that. I don't even need to say any other words. And my 4 is really mean, too. I was skinny until I moved close to Chipotle. Hey, welcome back, history teachers. Or teaches history. I don't know why I fucking was dyslexic there. Rachel, you big bag now. Guess who's back? My teacher's really weird. No, I swear to God. What teacher? What did I miss, guys? History. I mean, I was, like, underweight and shit. I sure missed a lot. Most people aren't underweight, though. You guys have to understand, like, the whole idea of, like, being underweight really doesn't make sense. Being overweight makes sense because it's actually not healthy, but the amount of people that are underweight where it's unhealthy, it usually doesn't correlate. They're usually not healthy because of how underweight they are. It's just a side effect of the horrible diet and zero nutrition. So these people, they'll like eat, like, you know, one donut and then they won't eat for 3 days, and then they'll be like, oh, well, not eating is really bad. It's like, no, you're running off bullshit. And yes, not eating obviously is really bad, but also fasting is fine as long as you're doing it the proper way and you're eating nutrient-dense food like fatty steaks and fucking fruit. If you ate a fucking 1.5-pound ribeye after a 3-day fast, then that's much different than eating a fucking donut. So yeah, get that shit out of here. I don't even know where that came from, but yeah. I'm sure Earl missed a lot. He invited my mom to work to see what is going on. It's weird. I don't know what happened. I'll never forget what my band teacher told me in 8th grade. Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. That's low-key good, and that's very difficult to get any motivation from band people. I am so the opposite of the band people. I always thought, and no offense to people, I'm sure people watch me or were in band, but I'm just, no, not for me. So against it. Like, I'm not against it. It's just different archetypes of people that are very different than my way of thinking. Why he did that? Sorry, I meant you were adorable. No, you're good. Jake used to bully me in high school. Thank you. I'm better for it. Bro, I did not bully anyone in high school. I was not a bully, bro. Fuck off. I was literally not, dude. I was a nice person. I was a good person. I was not a bully. I don't think I bullied anyone. I can't, like, I swear to God, if you were to go to my high school and you were to say, was this person a bully? No one's going to say yes. And also, if you were to go to my high school and ask individually if any individual situations where you felt like this guy was bullying, I don't think anyone would say anything. I don't think anyone would say yes. I do not think I was a bully. I was underweight in high school. I was 95 pounds and 6'3". Bro, I did not bully no motherfucker that was 95 pounds. What the fuck? See, remember when I was talking about underweight and how it's not okay? That's where it gets to that point. What the fuck are we talking about there? I'm 5'9", 130 pounds at 17. Is that underweight? Like I said, bro, underweight's like a bullshit statement to me. Because if you're, like, skinny, that's not bad. That's healthy. Like, it is what it is. But the reality is, it really doesn't matter. Like, you could be skinny and not healthy. That's my point. Is like, you could be skinny and not healthy. But if you're eating the healthy foods and you're skinny, then you're good. Like, it's fine. That's my point. Is like, if you're underweight by fucking stupid BMI, doctor average bullshit, then who cares as long as you're eating healthy food and you're athletic, okay? The only time it becomes an issue is when you're now not, like, eating good food. But that wouldn't, like, correlate with being underweight, you know what I mean? Like, the negative downsides of being underweight, like, those don't correlate. So it's just very bullshit stats, okay? It's just all bullshit. Because all the people that actually have issues with being underweight, usually it's because of an eating disorder, okay? And those people that have an issue with an eating disorder, they don't have enough nutrients, okay? It's not because they're fasting. Obviously, the fasting is a big part of it, because when they break their fast, they binge eat shitty food, so they're running off zero nutrients, okay? If they fasted, did OMAD 1 meal a day, but ate a fatty, big-ass ribeye and a sweet potato and a bunch of fruits, they'd be fine, okay? Andrew Tate eats 1 meal a day. That guy doesn't have a fucking eating disorder, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. Like, there's a lot of people that do that. It's completely fine. Nightmare, bro. Were you a bag of bones? Jake, is this true? Yeah, I'm 110 now. Nah, but I eat queso level portions and I can't gain shit. You have high metabolism? I have the highest metabolism of all time. That was a blessing and a curse for me. I played saxophone for 3 years in school. I did not do anything. Oh, really? Some interesting people here. Damn, Rachel, you still played the car underweight. They won't say yes because they're probably scared of you. Fuck no. That's no. What the fuck, bro? I'm fine now, I think, but I'm still insecure AF. You think? Rachel, no offense, but how much you weigh? 120. Height? Pounds? 5'9". Yes. Yeah, you good. Maybe a little underweight. Girl, you tall. I'm back. Why is every girl so tall nowadays? I think tall girls are you just point them out more. It's just when you see a tall girl, you just go, oh, that's because I feel like if I see a girl taller than me, that's very rare. So I don't know. I'm 114 pounds. I hate it because like my butt's too small. It's dumb. What the fuck? Hi, zero height. Kitty, what's your height? You look like Splinter from Ninja Turtles. I don't know. What up, what up? I'm little. Why are you insecure about your butt? Kitty, I think it's average. This chat is crazy. I know, but the guys are 6'7". Without me, it's crazy as hell. But there's the girl at school that's 6'6". Unhinged, bro. 6'7", what country? You know what happened, though? When I was at the gym, like, I think 2 weeks ago, there was this volleyball team. Like, college girls volleyball team. And I saw 3 girls taller than me. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, that's odd. Like, one was like 6'5". One was like 6'3". The other was like 6'3". I was like, holy fuck. Like, I mean, that's just how it is. But like that's where you're gonna get the tallest of the tall. It is what it is. There was 2 girls in my high school that I remember in particular that were like 6'3". Other than that, I don't remember anything. Unhinged, bro, 6'7". What country? They're really chopped though and gay. So Rachel, bro, show the 6'7" weight middle schoolers. You're so good. Holy fuck, dude. My hand is fucking not okay, dude. This is not okay. This is bad, dude. I got all this fucking dead skin. That's not good. I shouldn't even be showing you guys this, but look at that. I thought I'd try case humor. I'm insecure about it because I used to have one, and then I got sick and lost a bunch of weight. I used to be 130. Now I'm 114. Ew. Used to have that. Guys, don't kill yourself, though. There's so much more food to try. It's all good, kitty. Go that bulk. Oh my god, your hand is hair. Like, you're a wolf. Yeah. Jake be side-eyeing, bro is judging. No, I'm more thinking in my brain. I do judge, though. I think any human that tries to say, oh, I'm not judgmental. Okay, bro. Okay, yeah, you're the one guy that's not judgmental. All these other humans, yeah, they're judgmental, but you're the one guy that you look at every human and you just have zero thoughts, zero opinions. Every human is judgmental. We judge everything. That's how humans evolved. That's how we looked at things. We saw an apple and we went, that apple's red, that apple's green, so we're going to judge that and make an assessment. Put the green apples next to the green apples and the red apples next to the red apples. Why are the green apples with the red apples? They shouldn't be together. We judge things, okay? There's two different types of people in the world. People that judge and people that lie and say that they don't judge, because every human judges. So, yeah. The difference, though, is that I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not being judgmental, and then judge everything like people like to do. You know those fucking people? I'm not being judgmental, and then they go and then you just judge every fucking thing. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm judging you right now. I'm being judgmental. Like, what are you going to say? People don't have anything to say to that because they want to get you on something. They want to get that. This is the funniest thing. People want to get you. They want to make you feel like you said the wrong thing. If you double down on this shit, I swear to God, people don't know what the fuck to say. You know? We listening and we don't judge, Jake. Guys, I might think now he's my favorite animal. Traumatizing Jake low-key. I can't bulk. I'm still sick. I have trouble eating. You got sick and you lost weight and you're still sick. I don't even know what to say about all this. I'm just not going to think about it. I know, right? Bro, just drink some protein shakes or something. Good morning, Max Hallway. Please don't judge me. Haha. And they assume not just judging. Not just judging. Oh, yeah, obviously, humans are going to assume. Everyone's going to assume. I remember my coach said the funniest thing. He always said, don't assume, don't assume, don't assume. And then when, when there was an assumption that needed to be made in a quick second, he'd be like, well, wouldn't you just assume to do that? I mean, if this guy's going to pass you, you got to assume to do that. But then he would say, don't assume. He'd also say, think. If the guy's going to do this, think. And then someone would fuck up and be like, okay, don't think then. Just stop thinking. You're thinking too much. He was a really shitty coach. I'm too lazy to make me. I do it every day. That's how I maintain myself. What are you on? Everything. I judge. I ain't gonna lie. Of course, every human judges. Are you trying to gain fat or muscle? This is the funniest thing is when I say it and everyone's being honest, everyone goes, you know what? You're right. Like when everyone's being chill, it's the people that try to act like, morally superior and be like, no, that's not how it works. Like, but then they have no rebuttal to it. Like it's fucking insane, except for emotion. It's the fucking most insane thing. I notice a lot of people like to counter my arguments with emotion. It's honestly you lose the second you do that, because I don't even really argue with emotion too much. I'll usually just call out that's an emotional argument, because it's kind of difficult to argue with emotion. Like, I feel like you're being mean. Okay, should I argue with that? Because that sounds emotional. I feel you are being mean because, okay, that gives me range. That gives me shit to fucking debate. But if you're just, I feel like I feel, I can't do I feel. I don't give a fuck about how you feel. Flavio, are you trying to gain fat or muscle? Man, I'm doing good, Lion B. What's up? If you're trying to gain, just eat hella McDonald's. No, don't eat McDonald's. No, we're not doing that over here. If you're trying to gain weight, eat steak and fruit. And I know I'm not going to say that's going to help you gain weight, but I don't really care. I don't want you all eating bullshit. And you'll still put on muscle and weight if you train hard. Who was on y'all Spotify Wrapped? Kitty, are you a man? I'm still sick. I have to take Prilosec to heal my stomach? No, we're not doing any medicine here. To heal your stomach, you should be drinking bone broth or some shit. Natural remedies. When I said assuming, I said Asian relatives assuming type. You know how they are. I don't know how the Asian relatives are. I have 0 Asian relatives. But I do know how our relatives are in general. And yes, very much assuming types. Another thing I noticed about relatives is I'm the only profession that your relatives can feel like they're allowed to critique, like, your profession. For example, say my relative were to be a manager at a store. It would be very odd for me to walk into the manager, like the store, and then instantly just start saying, you need to do this better, you need to do this better, you need to do this better, going in the back saying, you need to do this better. Be like, that you're a weirdo for doing that. Agreed. But it's very normal for me to post my content and for them to look at me and like critique what I do and be like, I think you could do this better. I think you could do this better. I find it very interesting how those professions work. I'll fucking do it. I'll take their critique all I want because at the end of the day, it's going to get me better. But I notice it's very interesting that it's like two different like double standards where if you're in a job like mine where you're constantly posting shit, you're going to have to deal with your relatives just critiquing your work, your job. Well, if you were to do that to them, they would look at you like you're crazy, which it kind of is. That argument about what disease you got. I've been subbed a long time. Hell yeah, thank you. You got a haircut? You just washed it? Washed it or just not I don't know. It just looks different. I don't wash my hair. I've been since 1K. I got sick from partying and drinking. I did. There was my stomach with erosion. Ever since I've been taking Priscillic, reduced my stomach acids to heal my stomach lining. It became difficult to have an appetite. Damn. Well, that's why the pharmaceuticals are not the wave. You don't have Asian relatives? I don't. You're so lucky. So I'm now thin and I hate it. Ew. Damn, Kitty, sorry about that. But quit drinking, bro. It's not good for you. It's not the worst. I still get compliments, but I'm used to being curvy. I've been stopped drinking. I had to heal. Yeah. I mean, alcohol is one of those things where, to have a single opinion on it is kind of crazy because many people have different experiences with alcohol. I mean, some people's experience with alcohol is once every fucking like year with their, business when they, celebrate. Some people's experience of alcohol is, parents getting home and fighting and, screaming at each other. Some people's experience of alcohol is being 15 and sneaking beers, and going to the park and just getting drunk with your friends. Some experiences of alcohol are, like some, maybe your brother is a fucking psychopath and you don't want to follow. Like, everyone's experience of alcohol is different. That's what I've noticed. Like, to say it's one thing is very, very, like, interesting. If you hate being thin, then eat more fatty foods. Fatty red meat? Yes. Wait, no, sorry. No, wrong. Eat more fatty foods? Yes, but don't put fat, like, if there's fat in a fucking Twinkie, that's completely different than fat in a grass-fed steak. So if you're eating fat in a grass-fed steak, that's going to help you get lean out. That's a fact, okay? So we need to understand what kind of fat we're talking about, Okay, I am so confused. What's going on? Jake been judging me the whole time. I told you this. I get wild when I drink. I miss it. Fluffy, you be doing some crazy shit. I'm giggling exposed. I know, right? Hot giggling. Google gigglers. Or giggles. Smoothies, shakes. I don't know. Avocado on your toast. Bruh. Avocado toast. That shit's whack to me. I mean, if you like it, it's fine, but don't try to tell me that shit's healthy. Or, like, super. Avocado's healthy, but toast, they try to, like, do the wheat toast is bullshit. Oh, my God, the knife is scaring me. Just be careful, please. Oh, it's fine. Hey, handsome boy. Thank you, Power Rangers. Are you single? Yes. But, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm low-key. I've been on the grind. I'm kind of trying to stay away from, I'm not saying stay away from relationships or dating, but I'm kind of trying to focus. I'm really trying to focus the hell in, and this is an opportunity to, I think. That's kind of where I'm at. Less lean beef or steak, I guess. It's not like the lean beef is going to make you fat or fatty steak's going to help you get leaner. But my point is, like, don't look at fatty steaks and go, oh, that's going to make me fat or give me, like, heart disease or whatever. Like, a good grass-fed fatty steak is good. It has good nutrients and is good for you. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Kitty, you scared Jake getting hurt or something. What percentage of lean to fat do you get? For me, I don't know where I'm at, honestly. Bro, you got some competition? Are you trying to crack Jake? I get nervous and knives. F1, back off, bro. Is that so? Kitty, are you trying to... hi. Stop with the crack jokes, guys. I don't know if I'm for Jake. Jake, I'm still my weird era, lol. Hell yes, or but no. Honestly, there are not many people for me. That's the reality of the situation. That's a fact. Most people are not... I'm not everyone's person. But it goes way, like, deeper than that. I'm really not everyone's person, Hell yes, boy. What you mean by that? You play Clash? If so, opinion on level 16. It seems like most people nowadays either don't want to date or actually in the dating pool and in fucking suck. Um uh I like dating when I'm on my shit. When I kind of did this thing where I was like, okay, you need to do a type of situation where you like I can't hang out with this girl until I hit this goal, you know? Like even if she asks to hang out, even if she calls me, I can't hang out with her until I hit this goal. And maybe that goal takes a couple days, like it is what it is, but I need to get into that mindset cuz you have to understand something. For me personally, um one thing is very distracting is dating in general, and it does take me off my grind because I'm just I don't have the same push, motivation, drive. I don't. It's a treadmill. I mean, I feel like a lot of lust and dating in general is a fucking treadmill. You just constantly want more and more and more, you know? So it's not like after the girl leaves your place, you're like, all right, now I can get to work. You're like, okay, like, well, that felt good. Now I kind of, want to the next. Like it's weird. It's just different. It's you're more bothered when you have someone done not coming over the night after than going an entire week with no one coming over. It's literally like a drug. So that's just very important to keep that in mind. In Jake's stream, I like how no one gets ignored. I'm too wild to be tamed by a man like Jake. Ew. Yes, me too. Hey, no need to be rude. So you're just saying you need someone who has similar goals so he doesn't distract you from them? Well, no, actually. I guess maybe similar goals when it comes to like human experience and family and happiness, but since I'm not looking for happiness, I definitely don't want them to be goal oriented or ambition oriented when it comes to business. Maybe just their health wise to a little bit. I don't want a woman that's like pushing weight though. I want her to, be very focused on legs for the most part, and then upper body's kind of like, oh yeah, like I do that, like I do my little 10 pounds. Like that's the kind of women I'm into. I'm not into the ones that are like deadlifting fucking 300. I'm not into that. So, and I don't think like having a woman that's, building like with me in my business, I don't think that would actually help me grow. First off, like the odds I'm going to actually find that like a woman that's at the level of femininity I want, hotness I want, and my level of ambition at this age, like that's basically going to be impossible to find. So even if I did that just purely for the growth aspect, it still would not really make any sense. Like it's just impossible. But uh, if what I really want is a woman that doesn't really care what the goals are. They just want my goals. Like I said, I want a woman that's a cheerleader. I kind of looked at this look at this like a football game, okay? The cheerleaders do not know what the fuck play got written up when they score the touchdown, but they are so excited. The most excited they'll be the entire game is when they score a touchdown, but they don't know how the play got drawn up. They don't even know how the play happened. They don't even know why. They don't even know what's going on. They just know they scored, and they're so happy about that, even though they don't know how it happened. That's how I want my woman to be. I don't really want her to need to know what's going on in my business. She doesn't need to know the numbers. She doesn't need to know any of that bullshit. But she knows that when I win, she is my number one cheerleader. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Women, weekend legs. Not trying to be rude, keeping it real. Jake is too negative towards women, like ill. Kitty, are you Sigma? Be careful with that knife, Jake. Kitty kind of has a crush. I might be tripping, but I don't see a knife. Me too, where he waves around like a ruler. Jake, show us a knife. He not ruling. Kitty, what the fuck? I get on, girl. He not trying to rule you, girl. Women, weekend legs. Just look what happened to Clay after he started dancing. Megan's three. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know what that is. Wait, Clay Thompson? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I think I do know about that, and I hope that's not an actual thing. That's fucking odd and weird and gross and disgusting. Jay, what the hell? Kitty, why do you say ill after every sentence? Ill, you're not the level of man I want. Yo, dude, chill. Do you feel a career-oriented woman wouldn't help you grow because you'd feel threatened? No, not even a little bit. Um, uh, I think that's like the dumbest argument that people have or women have in general is like, "Oh, you feel threatened by this woman." Like, no, I just genuinely think their personalities are fucking disgusting. I literally was watching this documentary about like Oxycontin and how they like scam the drug and basically try to sell people to like get more people addicted to it because they wanted to make more money. And there was this one woman in the documentary and she was so hot. And the second she opened her mouth and started being business oriented and corporate, it was just disgusting. On instantly her face became unattractive to me. And I was wondering, like, why did this happen? Why did I get such a disgusted reaction to this woman? It's like because to be a corporate woman, you have to be a shark and you have to be kind of, a little bit, a little bit tough. And that's not attractive to a woman. I want a woman that's not like a little bit not into the idea of trying to be like mentally resilient and work hard. You have to work hard. Like I want her to kind of be like, no, life's all fun and pixie dust and fairies and rainbows. Like that's how I want the woman to kind of look at life. I don't want her to look at it the way I look at it when it's like, no, this is a cold world. This is bad. There's bad people. I don't want my woman to look at the world that way. I want her to look at it kind of in an illusion that it's all nice and perfect, because I don't think of the world that way. So I enjoy that peace. I enjoy that peace of mind, you know what I mean? I enjoy the idea of having, a nice person that's going to bring me peace. I love when men threaten me though, because that drives my competitive urge. See, a woman threaten me or threatening me, which really doesn't make any sense because it's not going to be threatening because they're not physically going to be threatening. And then business-wise, it's just motivation to get better, so it's zero threaten. But the truth is, men, actually, it is a good thing, okay? It is a good thing that I'm with dudes that are actually pushing me to get better, and that's how I do get better. So then when I'm getting better, when the dudes are pushing me and saying, hey, bro, I'm making this much money, I'm doing all this shit, I'm like, fuck, I got to get to that guy's level. Fuck yeah. And then, once I'm, in the business world doing all this shit, and I come home to a woman very chill, relaxed, wow, you did so good today. I'm so proud of you. I don't really know what you did, but, everything, this life is awesome and you're awesome. So clearly it's fucking working. That's the vibe that I'm looking for. Chill, I said chill. Kitty, what's the hate? You see what happened? Also, I gotta end this stream soon, guys. I've done this way too long. Chris Paul, stop yapping. Who you talking? I support Jake, but Jake talks about women like she's an accessory. He's dumb. I mean, I don't see why that's, I don't really see how you see it that way. I just, I think I just see it differently. See you soon, man. Jake, do you know Chris Paul got released from the Clippers, so he's not only, I didn't even know he's on the Clippers, bro. He's always going everywhere. He's really respectful, y'all. You're welcome. You return. Jake is not talking down on women. Yeah, he does it all the time. It's dumb. Stop. Are you serious? My friend says women are objects. Is he right? No. But also, like, that's such a dumb thing to say because he has no, like, count. Like, if you're just saying dumb shit, then it makes no sense. Like, I back up what I say, okay? I back up. When I say something, I go, and this is the reason why, because this, that, and the other thing. And I've noticed this, that, and the other thing, and because of data and this thing, and what I've noticed in my experience, this, that, and the other thing. So I don't just say dumb shit. I usually back it up. He does not. Yes, woman. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Now he is. Disgusting how your friend sounds like a piece of work. Damn, Kitty. I think you'd get along well. Hey, what up? So you want someone entirely dependent on you, someone who isn't ambitious. Yes, okay? I want her to be dependent on me financially, okay? And, yeah, for sure. I don't want her to, she doesn't need to pay for shit. She doesn't need to worry about money, okay? Because you know what's funny? It's like so funny. It's so easy to actually be a woman and like, as long as you're hot, it's so easy to actually have a dude like you. As long as you're just literally nice and peaceful and respectful, make them food, simply perfectly fine. But the issue is the women, they get into this corporate mindset, and then they start making money, and then they go, wait, no, this guy I'm kind of better than, which sometimes it's actually true. Like, they literally are, like, they make more money than the guy. So they look at him and they have this idea that they're like, no, I can't feel feminine around you because you're not masculine. Like, and they think that, so then they want someone that's more masculine, and then so they go for these higher up guys who aren't going to settle down with them, right? So it makes no fucking sense for a woman to be ambitious if she actually wants, like, a healthy, relationship. I've never actually really seen that work where the woman was ambitious or no, the woman was not ambitious, and then, like, it's very difficult, okay? Because I can even talk about, my family members and say even the woman that they could consider ambitious, when you ask them whether it's their kids or their work, always kids. Always kids, always kids, always kids. So, honestly, I want my woman to have ambition, but ambition with family. Ambition with, like, our bond and our, home, our pets, our garden, our food, our laundry, That's what I want you to have ambition with. I'll figure out all the other shit. You know what I mean? I want a man who's about business and respectful to women. What happened to chivalry? Like, ill. Chivalry is not dead. It seems dead to me. I think the biggest issue with chivalry is that there's like here's the funniest thing is, like, women will say this thing that they'll be like, oh my gosh, like, why do women complain about, or why do men complain, like, it's not that hard, like, to be chivalrous, and then dudes will do that, and then they'll be like, wait a second, I'm not getting any girls, and the women will be like, what do you mean? You're not supposed to get any men just because you're being, or any women just because you're being nice, like, just because you're being chivalrous doesn't mean she owes you anything. Instantly they get into that mindset. So then the dude's like, wait a second, but I was just, I didn't, like, and they get all confused, right? And that's a big issue. So then when the dude's not chivalrous and he's like, well, what happens when I don't open the door for her? What happens if I just, just go? Just kind of just, I'm in my own world. What happens if I don't, get her flowers or whatever? Like, what happens? And the biggest issue is when they realize that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes women actually respect that more and they actually get more feminine obsession. Then their entire frame changes. Their entire, like, perspective on the world changes. They go, okay, wait a second. Whoa. Like, you have to understand, one of the biggest canon event epiphanies for a guy, and this doesn't happen for everyone, it only happens for a couple dudes, is when they realize that all of those things that they thought, like, were working, were going in their favor, like being nice to women and, like, being a respectful, nice guy man, and then realizing that none of those things work, and then trying the other way of, being way more self-centered, narcissistic, and almost like an asshole to a certain extent, and then it kind of working, and then you realize, whoa, what the fuck? It's I swear to God, it's one of those canon events. I hope, I hope that a lot of dudes will get it, but it's difficult. Chivalry's not dead. It seems dead to me. Wipe the chocolate milk off your lip. Disgusting. You hear, Jake? I'm listening, Jake. What's going on, bro? I get what you mean. Yep. Jake, being Jake, you're wording it awfully, though. I know. People get so pissed off when, not physically threatened. I mean, intellectually, your partner should be pushing you to be better. If your type is ditzy, obsessed with you, that's fine. That's the thing is, like, and this is a big disagreement that Tucker Carlson had with, one of the people he had on his thing, where he's like, no, you're not supposed to get an ego boost from your wife. You're supposed to get it at work. Your wife is supposed to push you. And I'm not saying that doesn't work for his dating dynamic, but I completely disagree for my dating dynamic. I'd much prefer if my wife was constantly just boosting my ego, and then when I went to work, that's when the competition came in, that's when the challenges came in, that's when they started, that's when I started being challenged, because people are like, oh, you want your wife to be a challenge or intellectually challenging? Like, no, I want my male friends to be intellectually challenging, okay? I don't need intellectual stimulation from a woman. I don't at all. I've noticed that. I don't need intellectual stimulation from a woman. All I need is romantic stimulation from a woman, physical stimulation from a woman. I do not need intellectual stimulation from a woman. 1,000%. 1000%. Don't need it. Don't need it. Because the women that actually are more intelligent are annoying. That's the truth, okay? Because to get to a specific amount of intelligence, you kind of need to be a little bit annoying. So that's kind of the issue. I get my intellectual stimulation from men. Men and them questioning my opinions and debating me. That's what I prefer. Jay Clay dating Megan Thee Stallion is a real thing. That's disgusting. That's horrifying. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, Curry and Klay Thompson, like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, you guys are fucking the Splash Brothers. You should be a masculine, representation of the world, and you're letting your woman do this? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and I get the Curry thing. It's like Curry's just like, bro, I'm just trying to make threes. And I guess Clay's the same way, but I'm like, did no one fucking teach you? Are you guys so in California that no one was like, hey, are you fucking stupid? Or is everyone like afraid? Like, what the fuck? W stream, could you be bipolar? That's hi, I'm Braden. What up? No, I just disagree with him on some things. I agree with the stream. I thought Kitty was bipolar. She keeps talking about Jake's talks down on women, but she says she has a crush on him. What? Let's win. Jake certainly did that. Oh, yeah, I know, bro. Yabs, he's cracked. Yeah, he hates boss women. Ew, I can't stand when he gets into these rants. So dumb. Kitty is ill. Your favorite word? Nah, fuck with muscle mommy. Shut up, Jake. Ill. Why can't women boss? I want to be boss. I didn't say they can't. I said I'm not attracted to it. This is the thing, is that people think because I instantly say I'm not attracted to it, that, like, now I think it shouldn't be a thing. No, I'm just not attracted to it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. If you're saying that what I'm attracted to is instantly now, like, oh, you can or can't do it, you're putting way too much value on me, which you shouldn't be doing. I'm a random fucking person. She can have both family and career. Nah, men should be bosses because men are more fit to lead. 1000%. 1000%. Of course. I don't think there should ever be a woman president. 1000%. No. I think that's dumb. And if you were to interview older women, a lot of them would agree with me. Here we go. Jake, dude, why are you like that? Can't girls have dream? They can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm not attracted to it. Like I said, if you're putting my opinion and saying, oh, like, why can't they could do whatever the fuck they want. My opinion doesn't mean shit, okay? It's just what I think. I'm just a person, okay? You shouldn't care about what I say that much, okay? Unless it's talking about, like, gym and shit. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're putting too much value on what I say. Oh, whatever, Fluffy and Jane be teaming up. Janelle, Janette? I don't know. I'm definitely not saying that right. Can't have dreams kitchen. See, here's the thing though. I'm not the one to be like, go back to the kitchen. Because there's no backup like evidence to that. It's just kind of bullshit. If I was like, well, studies have shown that women that, actually are in the kitchen more than working actually are happier. That's an argument. That's not just go back to the kitchen. You know what I mean? It's two different things. I split my drink. Shut up. I wasn't even a joke. If you want to say shit, at least be creative. LOL. I said JK, bro. Jay, you just better be careful. Okay, I get it. Yes, bro. Damn, y'all can't take a joke. Continue. You out for blood? Be careful. I see your chats, dude. I ain't blind. Haha. Shut up, frat boy. Bro, what? Come on. I'm kidding. Yeah, didn't take you the blind time type, Jane. For real, it's dry, huh? Jake from Stage Farms. The fuck? Oh my god, Jake. I'm telling J-Pop, you're okay. Clay is different kind of splash, bro. Now I know, bro. I don't even know. I love how you guys are calling me. Not Clay is on the Mavericks now. He's yeah. I'm sorry. But still, women can be boss, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want, okay? I don't give a fuck. You guys are asking me what I'm attracted to. So literally the question, if we want to go back, was a person saying, so you're attracted to this? What are you attracted to? That doesn't mean nothing about, what I actually think, like, or I'm looking at someone and going, oh, you shouldn't do that. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Like, you can do whatever you want. I'm saying what I am attracted to. Nah, I'm a random fucking person. Exactly. Yeah, Jake, be careful. They out for blood. But maybe when we're in caves, women were the ones cooking the food while men were hunting. Maybe, of course that was happening. I like being in the kitchen though. LOL. Lately I've been cooking like I used to because of my hunger situation, but I really enjoy cooking. Yeah. Damn. And I grill all the time. Like, cooking is basic life skill. Everyone should know. J Paul agreed. Yeah. That's the thing is I'm not the one to be like, no, she has to cook all my meals. She has to do my laundry. If not, she's out. I'm more just like, okay. Here's my data from dating. Here's the evidence I've gotten so far. Here's the type of woman I like the most. Okay? This is what I'm attracted to. How is that controversial? I don't get it. Agreed. 'Cause it's your nature, so that's normal. But I also agree with Jake that in a relationship, it's not as attractive. In a relationship, it's not as attractive. Oh, wait, didn't you say a woman shouldn't be president though? Yeah, they should not. That'll stand by. Fuck no. Fuck that. Fuck no. See, if you want to get into these opinions on what I actually think about the world and how I think things should be, that's a whole different discussion than why can't. Like, why can't anyone can do whatever the fuck they want? Oh, wait, you want to know my opinion on it? Okay, let's have a completely different discussion because you guys are doing two different things right now. You're going, oh, why can't anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm a random fucking person. Who gives a fuck about me? Oh, wait, what do you think about this? Oh, okay, cool. Let's talk about my opinions about things now. I'm not telling anyone what to do. You're asking my opinion. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I don't think women should be president. Fuck, I don't even think women should be involved in politics. Fuck that shit. Yeah, 1000%. Because those are two different things. Blink twice, split me out. What you mean by that? He said that bullshit. I swear he is irritating. Oh, Lord, where's your stain clip? POV, me in the corner watching drama unfold. Where is so much? It's like you just took it off in indention on your nose. I know, dude. It's gonna come back. Let me tell you, Chad, why women should be present. Bro, Jake be mewing. I know. I'm triggered. Hey, mew more and you'll be able to get away with these opinions about women. I'll tell you that for a fucking fact. I've never gotten away with more statements about, offensive statements about women in front of them. I've gotten away with it way too much. I'm trying to maintain myself. No, I'm just curious on your opinion on why you think women shouldn't be the president. Genuinely curious. I don't think they're fit to, run a country at all. Now, that doesn't mean that, the dumbest man against the smartest woman, I still would, pick the woman to be president. But I just don't think women should be even involved in politics in general. I've never seen it go correctly. Like, I've never seen a woman get involved in politics and then it went really well. That's the thing. So it's very difficult for me. And then even the right-wing women, because people are like, oh, no, it's just the left-wing women that suck. The right-wing women are actually on the right. It's like, no, wrong. Haven't you noticed every single time the right-wing women, something doesn't go their way, instantly they just blame men. They instantly turn into a feminist. Notice that? Marjorie Greene. Look her up. So you guys don't know this. I'm starting to know information about shit that I'm gonna start saying words. Do you guys know she didn't even finish her term? Do you guys even know what the fuck I'm talking about? When I say these things, there's reasons for them. I'm not gonna say, oh, I don't think women should be in politics. I'm gonna say, well, Marjorie Greene didn't even finish her fucking term. What kind of politician you're fucking complaining that you didn't even finish your fucking term? And someone says you should finish your term and you're gonna turn into a feminist? The fuck? You fucking weirdo. Yeah, and it's much worse. Let it all call out. Random fucking person. Wise words by Jake. Ayo, I'm that first. Can you calm down? So men naturally more fit to lead. 1,000,000,000%. Why are you assuming women can lead too? Sure they can. Yeah, it's fine. You can talk about your L's. Jake, we listen. Feminism equals misandry. Or feminism does not equal misandry. Sorry. I'm just fucking neutral person now. Neither with Jake, neither with chat. Bro, I'm not a feminist, but still. Here we go again. Shut up, Jake. You're dumb. I know you're talking about ill. Marjorie is not the best example. You're like... Not the best example. At least you know what I'm talking about, though. Like, I give you props because now we can actually have a discussion, and it's not like people are just like, you're wrong, you're bad. It's like, okay, at least you fucking know what I'm talking about. So at least your differing opinion isn't just emotional. There's somewhat of logic to it. Somewhat. Okay? Because it's getting to a point where I feel like some of the shit that I talk about or debate with people, they don't even fucking know what the fuck I'm like. It starts out as a debate and it turns into a fucking lesson of me just explaining to them shit, because I'll be like, well, did you know this thing about this thing? And they'll be like, no. And I'll be like, did you know this thing about this thing? They'll be like, no. And I'll be like, okay, so how the fuck do you even think it's like in what world do you think it's like you're gonna debate me on this? Like, someone will be like, oh, red meat's not good for you. They'll be like, how do you know that? Be like, I just know. I just know it's not good. I know because the doctors, my family members, the doctors always said it was bad, and they'll say some shit like that. I'll be like, well, did you know that Kedlog, put out studies to say red meat was bad so he could stop men from having high testosterone and stop them from masturbating? Did you know that? They don't even know that information. Oh. So there's a guy that deliberately made it a thing where we're going to eat cereal in the morning so men could have less energy. There's a guy out there that deliberately did that. So they demonize red meat to make men have less energy. Okay? So then they can be more controlled. And you think that your information about, oh, my doctor said, yeah, your doctor looks so fucking healthy. Your doctor looks so healthy. Why don't you go listen to them about everything? Why don't you keep on getting the medicine? Keep getting that medicine that you have to keep getting from your doctor. You guys are, it's insane what you guys, or not you guys, sorry. I forget. On stream, I need to work on my streaming language. I cannot say you guys. Everyone takes that offensively. And because when I say you guys, I don't mean you guys. I don't even mean you. I mean people. Okay, my bad. Okay, let's go. Ew, what are you talking about, Sarah Palm? Okay, did you see how they're gaslighting the Kosh? I know, the Kosh situation, I will see how that goes. Jake's iconic laugh. Hey, can you hear you? You seem kind of centrist in your opinions, but since you're cool with hard-hitting questions, I'm curious. What's your opinion on the current president? So, he is what he is. I hate all politicians, so, like, it's not like I like him or hate him any more than I hate any other politician. I hate them all. I think it's funny that people feel like they've been duped. Like, I think that's in my entire point about politics is this is why you don't get emotionally reactive about politics, because of this exact reason, that they'll never actually follow through. They only want your vote. So when people are like, I voted for Trump and he's not doing this, that, and the other thing, I'm like, wait, you thought he actually gave a fuck about you? What? These are the same people that try to tell me how important it is to vote. These are the same people that try to tell me how important it is to vote, even though their vote didn't matter. So they're going to be emotionally reactive about a vote that doesn't even fucking matter. Then when they vote, and then their vote, whatever, they're right, even though the vote didn't count because it's never been by one. And then they'll get mad that the person isn't doing the things that they said they were going to do. Like, I'm sorry, are you fucking stupid? This is politics. The prerequisites to be a president, you literally need to be evil, narcissistic, and basically lie to get power. Those are the prerequisites to become a president. That's like the qualifications. Like, literally, to become president, like, on the application, you have to write, like, evil. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what it literally is. Like, so, no, I mean, I had the same opinion. I hate them all. I hate politicians in general. I think it's funny that people think they've been duped, that they've been tricked with him as a president and how he not doing what he said he was going to do. It was like, yeah, no shit. Who the fuck thought he was actually going to keep his promises? Did he do that last term? No. So why would he do it this term? Like, we're very dumb for thinking that these politicians give any fuck about us, because they don't. Oh my God, we missed you, Meta. Oh, hey, everyone. Lots of hi for me. What up? Good to see OGs. Yeah, it actually is good to see some OGs. You're silly. You say random things. I'm giggling. I'm so funny. Girl, you're gone. Let's do it. Made girl giggle. Centrist. You mean far right? No, dude. I'm like, well, that's what they say about Nick Fuentes. They say that, oh, he's like, I'm a centrist. They're like, nah, bro, you are far right. He's like, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like this weird fucking thing. It's it's something, man. Politics are also something. Wow, what accomplishment. You just said women should not be in politics. How is that a center position? Exactly, dude. Exactly. Did you guys just watch the documentary called Boys State? No, he seems centrist, some conservative opinions, some liberal. uh, well, I don't fall into the conservative propaganda that like Trump's like this hero, or the conservative propaganda of we've been duped. I'm into the propaganda that, or I'm not into any of the propaganda. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all bullshit. All of it's fucking bullshit. You know, that doesn't mean I don't like what's going on in the world. That's why I actually enjoy listening to people that are real in politics. But, you know, that's an extremist view. True. It is. It is actually an extremist view, which it shouldn't be, but it is. My poor brain is struggling to understand this big people shit. Jane, what happened to us? This isn't big people shit. I feel like it's not. Maybe it is. I know I'm 17. I'm Monk. Oh yeah, you are my friend too. I'm 14. I'm struggling, bro. Wait, cause that's an extremist. Do you know? Do we like not know these terms? We gotta learn these terms, and we gotta know what the fuck's going on in the world. Do you know net speed? No. His type. Jane too. I'm offended. No, you don't. That's according to you. Is that why you supporting Donald? I've never supported Donald once. That's not my thing. But I also don't know if you're calling out me or not. But no, I've never been a Trump fan. Never been any politician fan ever. I've never liked any of the politicians. I've always hated them. I always thought they were all fake and in it for the vote. I repeat, offended. Ill. Who supports Trump? Extreme means someone's with extreme left wing or right wing political ideologies. I don't support based on character alone. I support based on policies. Yes, 1000%. I think, I mean, if we did, then if we voted based off character, I mean, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, these people have no character. They have no soul. Look at, like, what? Both of them. All of them. They all fucking suck. You have to suck. That's the thing. To be a politician, you have to kind of suck. All the real guys, they get weeded out because they stick to their opinions and then they go, oh well, people aren't gonna like that. You're gonna need to switch what you say so you actually get more of these people voting. And then they're like no, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, okay, well you're not gonna get the votes then. The politician that's gonna win is gonna say the right thing to get the votes. Simple as that. Simple as that. Humans are too fucking stupid and like to come together and try to, like it is what it is. Just how it is. You're my friend, okay? I just say you're a friend. What am I supposed to do now? Am I your friend? What do you want me to do? Nothing. Mine. Anyways, who are you asking this? Anyway, I'm handling it. Jake is tough pill to swallow. Ill. Yeah, it's called dude. What if I had my own pill, like red pill, blue pill, Jake pill, and that's just me fucking talking and my look on the world. You know. Yeah, guess you are. Okay, close friend. Appreciate it, Shotty. You could be my friend, J-Pop. No need to lie. Thanks, Jane. Hello from Argentina. What up, what up? Hi, can we quit politics? Yeah, politics is one of the things that escalates quickly. We never talk about politics on here. Maybe we could. I don't know. Wherever the stream fucking goes. Agree, Jake. You just sit and hit the nail right on the head. Hell yeah. J-Pop, were you from Japan or what? Nah, I'm Romanian. Oh, wow. Just my first initial pop is my last name. Made in Romania. That song's so annoying, huh? You know what's funny is like the people that do, because they won't say in the chat because they're like afraid for whatever reason, but they'll DM me or on TikTok or Instagram and they'll be like, hey man, I really like what you say. They'll be like, I really like what sometimes it's like a Russian guy or like, some guy from Northern Europe that's now in the USA and they'll be like, hey man, I really like what you say. I really like that your opinions on the the stuff that people don't want to talk about. Like they like that shit. They really do. Dude, this stream's been going on so long. What the fuck am I doing, bro? What the fuck just happened? Like TikTok streams won't go on for more than 20 minutes. I'll just be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But YouTube streams, y'all will keep me in because I have a crowd now. So it's almost like the class, like we got to get on the lesson, but the class keeps on asking the teacher questions and the teacher's so like egotistical and has no one asking them about their day. So the teacher will just be like, oh, well, I went here and I went here. And all of a sudden the fucking class is over and the lesson wasn't even taught because the teacher was so concerned about, oh, I want to tell my students, they're asking about my day. I maybe offended so many teachers there just by saying that. Why am I sweating too? Like, what the fuck? It's getting like, this is odd. That's annoying. Haha. Made in Romania. That's your song. Do you listen that speed? Hey brother, Jesus Christ is real. Can we please get to some small topics? We can't argue about, please. Finally, you got caught up, Chad. Yeah, I agree with him. Bro does not listen that speed or something, Janelle. I mean, it actually is refreshing to see women call out the fact that literally not a single politician actually gives a fuck. Um. Yeah. I mean, people think that, like, again, like, I don't know. No one cares. No, like, no one, like the politicians want the vote. That's the reality. They want the vote. Reminder, Luca is averaging 35. Yeah, Luca's a beast. What? I said I agree with you. Okay, let's change the topic. Do you listen to NetSpeed or not? Bro, what the fuck? I don't know what that is. You cracking me up. What I even do? Fluffy Kitty, you like the laugh, huh? That's nice. Nothing. You look like this middle school friend. His middle school friend. Jay, what's the problem? Tell me. Oh my god, Jake, I'm sorry. I'm getting feisty with you. Literally so dumb. Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, see, 21-1. God damn. God damn. Well, that's insane. Or wait, 21-1? That's still insane. That's still fucking insane, bro. The greatest lie Satan ever told was convince the world he isn't real. Bro. Nah, bro. Tell me. I ain't do nothing hiding stuff, nothing. Everyone's talking. All the religious people are like, bro, the great awakening's coming. The great day. Jesus is coming back. Like, when? Like, I'm waiting for it. Everyone's talking about it. When's it actually going to happen? Yeah, they might break the Warriors 2016 record. We'll see about that. Go talk with Kitty. Why are we preaching in YouTube live streams, chats? Cause, bro, that's what they do. I'll tell you what these streams get once there's actual people that come in. Okay? People come in and they want to know about religion. They ask about religion, okay? People come in, they ask about fucking politics sometimes. People come in, they ask about, my opinions on a bunch of different things. But religion and politics, it's funny. Like the two things you don't talk about with family, religion, politics. It's like, okay. Like, yeah, have fun. Let's see how long that lasts. Like, okay, like, what the fuck? You guys just not gonna talk about shit? Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, let's see how y'all do with that rule. Like, no family actually goes off of that rule. It's never actually happened. Because I remember asking my uncle one time. I was like, because I was like into politics in like third grade. I was really into the election. This is part of the reason I actually kind of don't like it anymore because I found out it was such a scam at such a young age. But I remember asking my uncle. I was like, so who'd you vote for? And it was very like just like a normal ass question. I was like, who gives a fuck? You know? Like, and he just looked at me and goes, two things you don't talk about with family. Religion and politics. And I was just like, I was so confused. I was like, what? Like, you know. And he's like, but I will tell you, I'm a Republican. I was like, okay. I was like, see, and that's my point, is like you can't deny like those fucking like those like conversations. So this whole idea of like, oh, don't talk, like it doesn't make any sense. Do you want the world to end? No, I do not. Nah, I don't watch. Jake is like a surfer. Yep. What's NBA? Are you serious? I hope we're not being serious. I'm freaking 14. Do I look like I watch the NBA? Well, at least know what the NBA is. If you don't know what the NBA is and you live in the USA, that's like odd. You should know what the NBA is. You should know what the NFL is, the NBA, the MLB. You should know what all those are. Even if MLB sucks, you should at least know the NFL and the NBA. I'm sorry. You should know that shit. No way you don't know the NBA, bro. I was watching NBA at 8. I'm giggling. Chat is silly. What the heck is NBA? National Basketball Association. Jake, calm me down. Guys, oh my gosh. It's easy to ask a random person. You'll likely never have to face the hard questions. Exactly, bro. No one wants to do it in person. That's the thing. That's why it's kind of good to do the streams, because y'all get good perspective, because people don't want to ask me this shit in person, you know? I'm not into sports. Why not? I can do workout, dance, but not sports. The only sport I like is baseball. Christ says, I'm acceptance, therefore obey. Religion says obey. Their acceptance completely different. Jane, you should get into basketball. There's 3: religion, politics, and finance. Yeah. Nah, guys, it's snowing for y'all. Cold? Never ask about those. I'm Australian. How would I know that? Good day, mate. I'm American. My family is super into politics, and they're all on ends of the spectrum. Okay, I have to go. Where's your shirt? Not here. Hello there, mate. It was nice having you here, literally. He got hot. The conversation was intense. Religion is such an interesting concept. Yeah, it feels like 10 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I wonder how many fucking subscribers we got from this stream. We had a lot of OGs here. Go to bed, cutie. Oh, thank you. Now, we'll probably end the stream here, honestly. But you guys can see, this is how you know you got hard, like, man hands. You take a knife and you could just, you know, just, Giannis requested a trade. That's crazy. Is he still on the Bucks? I don't even know. What the fuck? All right, y'all. I'm going to end the stream here. Hopefully, y'all have a great rest of your day. Don't quit. It was a solid stream, though. Jake, I do knuckle push-ups. Is that good for knuckle conditioning? Yeah. I would say so. But, all right, bye, Jake. All right, peace out, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Don't quit. W stream. Hell yeah. W stream for sure. Faux show, faux show. Bye, Jake. Peace, peace.